What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and welcome back to another episode of Closing Belle. And today is a very special day. We're going to give you the lay of the land. We're going to talk about the top 11 players in FIFA by each and every position. I have a special guest, Hashtag Tom, is going to be joining us. Just wait for that. And we've got some FIFA 21 to discuss. Let's get right into the news. For today's FIFA forecast, I want to pose a question. Do you feel, especially going forward with the announcements that we've seen around pro clubs or lack thereof announcements, that EA is focusing on Volta and trying to transition that into pro clubs? Is it possible that we can get all-inclusive? I always bring up the NBA 2K example because they've created this world almost where you can operate between different game modes seamlessly. And that's what I think should happen in FIFA. I'd like for that to happen. Maybe I got a little bit of bias. We have had a lot of news around career mode. Those fans seem to be overall happy with some of the interactive sims and just some adjustments that have already been announced at this point. I'm expecting additional drops, new releases early on into September before we actually get our hands on FIFA 21. Also, esports update, E-Champions League just finished. Congratulations, Fnatic Tex. Adds to his legacy. Man's got a lot of trophies and taking home some bankroll. Very prestigious event. Hand clap. This is the segment, top 11 players in FIFA, and I needed to bring in a pro that's been killing the game. Hashtag Tom, what's happening, my guy?
What's going on, Mike? Good to be here. I look forward to showing the best 11 players in Ultimate Team.
Let's go goalkeepers. I like Van der Sar for my goalkeeper. This has been my guy this year. I know a lot of people are really into Ter Stegen. Some people using Schmeichel. Not really seeing a lot of Yashin. Who is your goalkeeper? You've got to win the game. Who's been most consistent or most reliable for you?
My man is Edwin van der Sar as well. I think he's the one goalkeeper I see that doesn't make as many mistakes as the others. Alisson and Ter Stegen are really good as well, but they seem to make mistakes at weird times that you can't really rely on. So I have to agree with you there. Van der Sar is in the sticks.
Talk to me defenders. I feel like we're going to agree on a couple of these. I'm surprised we agreed on goalkeepers. Nah, not that surprised. I'm lying. I'm not that surprised. Defenders, let's go left back.
Left back. I'd be disappointed in you, Mike, if you don't have the same idea as me here. It's the Summer Heat Mendy. He's got 5-star, 5-star.
I have Summer Heat Mendy as well. He's hands down, once that card was introduced, that he's the best left back in the game. It's not even fun to go down that side of the pitch anymore when you're attacking because he just locks it down so well.
Yeah, I think there's been no icon this year, no icon left back to really like be the main man at left back. So whenever Mendy gets an upgrade, he seems to always get in. A lot of people were playing Zambrotta. I think he's a right back, but they were playing him left back at the start when Mendy was only rated 80. But then as soon as Mendy got upgraded with a 5-star, 5-star on the way he works, you'll see him in virtually every pro's team for sure.
And Mendy's basically been an anomaly all year, even from the very early stage when he was an 80 overall before any of the upgrades. He was still very usable. I don't know if you put him into weekend leagues when you started the FIFA year, the competitive year, especially when you had squad rules for qualifications. You could get a lower rated team by having someone like the standard or the baseline Mendy.
Yeah, he's been in there from virtually day one because of the rating and the way it works with the restrictions. He's been in there, and then he obviously had the Footmas card, the 85 one. I worked him into my team then, and then as soon as he got the Summer Heat, he was straight in as well.
Okay, center backs. This is where I know we're going to disagree a little bit, I think. So I've got Ramos on my list. I love Team of the Season Ramos. I think that he is just plays the way that I would like to play FIFA. Very aggressive, a little more risk and reward, recovers really quickly. I don't know if Ramos is going to make your top 2 center back.
Yeah, that's the one I disagree with, Mike. For me, I understand you 100%. His aggression, he helps you press. Like when you want to be aggressive, he's your man. But for me, he makes too many mistakes and he gives away penalties. So I actually have to go against you and go for the David Luiz Summer Heat. He's a new...
Really?
Yeah.
David Luiz Summer Heat is making your top 2 center backs.
Yes, and a lot of people disagree with me with that. It pains me as a Spurs fan putting an Arsenal player in the top 2, but I promise you, this guy has it all.
Give me your other center back. Go ahead. Let us know.
Yeah, you know it's going to be Virgil van Dijk. It has to be. He is in everyone's team. I swear, I see Van Dijk all the time. there's a reason for it. He's hands down the best centre-back on the game, especially when he got his Team of the Year in January. I haven't looked back. Ever since he got that card, he's been part of every team that I've used.
So just to make a counterpoint here, because Virgil van Dijk, especially if maybe you're not super gifted defensively, the way that he covers up space, his size, his presence, I'm not sitting here promoting a bunch of AI defending, but that man will block everything. I also I'm talking about upper echelon, top tier, I rate Opara. He's just hard to get into a squad. I don't know if you got to experiment with the Opara at all, the center back MLS.
Yeah, I did. During Team of the Season, I was doing a Road to Glory on Xbox, and I used the MLS trio, the goalkeeper, I forget his name, then there's Robinson and Opara, and they're both really good, but Opara is the man. I tell you, value for money, that guy's spot on. He's actually really good.
All right, well, this brings us to the right back. So we've been going back and forth here. I actually struggle with which right back I prefer this year as my number one guy. I've used Semedo so much that once he got the Summer Heat upgrade, I've just rolled with them, taken that. But I think there's a lot of room for interpretation here.
Yeah, so I've actually had a mixed opinion on this because obviously Trent was in the Team of the Year and I used him mainly because of Tex. Me and Tex set up our teams in an event in Atlanta and he told me to use Trent and Robertson, so I just went with it. Obviously, I'm not going to argue with the best player in the world. I used it. He did all right, but then I've actually tried Carlos Alberto, the prime icon moments, and he is solid. Very, very solid. A bit more defensively, whereas Trent is good at finding the space down the wing, whereas Alberto offers you a bit more defensive cover. So in the end, I've actually finished the year with Carlos Alberto playing right back, but for me, it's either him or Trent. And I actually haven't been a fan of Semedo, Mike. I didn't really like him. There's something about him that I didn't enjoy, but I've seen a lot of pros and a lot of players in general use Semedo all year.
All right, let's go into the midfield. Why don't we start? And I told Tom to give us almost as if you're in a 4-4-2, something where we have a left mid and then a couple center mids and a right mid, and those could be left wingers or left forwards, and the same with the right side. Who did you go with your left winger?
Yeah, it's got to be the man. I would personally say the best player on FIFA 20, or at least top 3. He should be on everyone's top 3. He's an absolute dancer, and any version of his card as well. Obviously, I'm going to go for his team this season. 98 rated Neymar.
And if you couldn't afford Neymar, or if you just wanted a change of pace, I would probably put my second in line in that position for that Summer Heat Ribery, which I hope that you think is amazing, because I think Ribery is unbelievable in this game.
Yeah, he is. He is like he's like a budget Neymar basically. They do very similar things, even off the left or mainly through the middle as well. They can play both. But yeah, they're both very, very good options.
All right, so let's go to the other side now. So we're gonna go right mid, right wing area. I love Atal.
The thing is with Atal, some people absolutely love him. Harry, he loves him. He thinks he's one of the best players on the game because he can play a few different positions as well. But for me, I love 5-star skills going forward in the attack. The main guy I chose, he's not technically a right midfielder, but a lot of players in-game use him on the wings, and it's Kylian Mbappe. The guy has just, ever since FIFA 20's come out, the 89 card, every card's been upgraded since. He's just permanently a fixture in everyone's team. But I understand your Atal choice, but for me, I need 5-star skillers. I need that bit of sauce, and he doesn't have it.
Okay, our two center mids, I think we're both going to line up Ruud Gullit. I know Ruud Gullit doesn't default as a central midfielder, but you would never play him as a center forward or a striker or even an attacking mid. He's got to be a center mid or a holding mid. Surely he's on your list, I hope.
He has
I'm not
to
getting
be on
ahead
the
of
list.
myself.
No, he has to be on the list. I think virtually every pro at every tournament, the one person they put in the team is Ruud Gullit, no matter what. I don't think I've come across a pro at a tournament that hasn't used him this year. Every year in FIFA, every year since I've used icons in FIFA 18, they come out on PlayStation. He's been in my team every year, every tournament, and it will continue that way. I can just tell he's a complete freak of nature.
So who do you have as your last I guess central midfielder? Who's going to be your partner in crime with Ruud Gullit?
There's a lot of choices here, I'll be honest, but for me, I love to attack, I love scoring goals, and I need players that are unpredictable. I know a lot of people like the balance of one holding midfielder and one guy that can get forward, but for me, I need both of them to have that bit around the box, and he's an absolute joke of a card, to be honest. He's well deserved as well, because how good he is in real life, but for me, the other centre mid to partner Gullit is Kevin De Bruyne. However, there is a lot of choice, so I don't know if you'd pick the same as me there.
I really like KDB. I think that he's brilliant. I was thinking about other central midfielders that I felt really stood out for me this year, but it does depend what you're going after. Like, I think the Team of the Year Conte foot item is wonderful. He's very frustrating to go up against, but if you were playing him with Ruud Gullit, you're almost taking an old school approach. Someone who I've loved using this year, probably my favorite midfielder to use, has been Team of the Season De Jong, and before that Team of the Year De Jong, which is basically the same foot item. I don't know how you get on with De Jong, but I think that he's brilliant.
Mike, I'm so happy you said that. I've just fist pumped to my camera that he is such a player on this game. Ever since his Team of the Year dropped, until Team of the Season come around, De Jong was in my team non-stop. He has something special. I'm not sure what it is. He reminds me of FIFA 19 Luka Modric. I don't know if you ever used that card in FIFA 19, but De Jong is. I did. De Jong is the same. What a player. If De Bruyne didn't have such a crazy card, De Jong was my third choice. And then probably fourth choice, Vieira or Kante.
Let's get into our strikers where there's a lot of options. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of options that come in this very top tier. So I think there's a lot of preference here. So I'll start out because I know you don't have this guy here. I would have for birthday Mbappe.
There's a lot of options, actually. There's a lot of options. But for me, typical pro choice, R9 is always there. I think this FIFA has been the most important for like 5-star weak foot because of the way the game works. You need a striker that can shoot off either foot. If he can only turn on one foot, then every player is just going to read you like a book. So R9's 5-star weak foot, it comes in handy so much. He's definitely a big part of it. I think FIFA 19 was the year he wasn't as good, but this year R9 is cream of the crop for me. He's back to being the best player on the game.
So who's your second striker? Because I think you have to have R9.
Yeah.
There's been moments that he's made me angry or upset.
The other striker, actually, I think he's not as good as he was previous years, but I still swear by him, is Team of the Year CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. The partnership of them two, CR7 and R9, it's just too good. Some people actually disagree with me with that, and I'd like to give honourable mentions to a few others. There's a few other ballers that we haven't actually got through. I'm looking at Cruyff, the agility this year and the way he turns is really good. Eusebio, they're the two mainly that are just behind him, but for me it's CR7 and R9 up front.
Those are our top 11. Let us know what you guys think. Let's get into the guest showdown.
Yeah.
Today's guest showdown, we are looking at weird sponsor challenges. So myself and Tom are going to be looking at these kits that are missing some key information, but have other hints that should help you along your way. And because Tom doesn't trust me, or I don't trust Tom, or maybe it's a mix of both, we have something to write down, correct? Or something to write on.
Yes, I've got my pen and paper at the ready to look at some strange kits and missing information.
Okay, option one. If I didn't get this right, I would have to, man, social media would kill me. You guys can let us know who's got worse handwriting. That'd be funny. All right, this is Everton. Okay, option two, Spider-Man.
Wow.
It's weird because it looks like colors from a couple Premier League teams, but I would remember if this was a Premier League kit, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I would know that you would be aware of that because it's such a funny kit. Do you know what I mean?
All right. I've done it. What did you put?
I ended up going for Boca Juniors, and I have no idea why. I just thought, you know what? It's not a team that I know or recognise, so I'll go for someone out the box and just hope for the best. But yeah, Boca Juniors. How about you?
From a color scheme, there's no way that could be Boca Juniors, but I went with Aston Villa, which I would know. I would know if they had this kind of kit. Where is this from? Oh, Atletico Madrid. Okay, moving on. Hey. Ooh, I think I know this.
Wow, I am stumped.
This is
pizza.
I'll give you the hint. Premier League.
I am 90% sure I'm wrong, and I'm just banking on this being an away kit. But I'm actually put down Aston Villa.
Aha! Let's go. Oh, speaking of crap, I don't know this one.
I know.
Wait! I didn't have it. They left. Look at the tag. You can see it.
Have you seen it?
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say. I recognise the colour scheme anyway, so I was gonna put them down, but I think this one's been given away, right? Yes, there you go, written down. I had that sussed out for sure.
All right, this one we should get, I think.
Really? I think I have the answer.
I put AC Milan.
Yeah, based on colour scheme, red and black. But they're going for big teams. AC Milan is written down for me as well.
This one you might know even from just FIFA.
I know this.
Popular
Seattle Sounders.
Correct. Last one. All right, this is our last one. Okay, I think you need this, and I have no idea what this is. So this is like gonna be your make or break.
Okay.
I think I'm up 1 right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be Spain. It's got to be a Spanish team. Who the hell wore this?
Oh, I have half an idea, but like this is an educated guess that I'm writing down. This isn't I know the answer, but judging from the sponsors and the color scheme, I have a team in mind.
All right, I've gone with Valencia, which I think is off.
I've gone for Getafe.
Oh.
But it's a
Moment of
half
truth, you
educated
ready?
guess.
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
Yes,
no!
I knew it. I told you I had an educated guess. I knew a bit of it, and I sort of recognised the colour scheme, and that was it. Bang.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have a tiebreaker. Let's see here. Oh, you're gonna go to Arsenal for the tiebreaker?
What?
Oh man.
No.
Arsenal and Emirates have had a long partnership over the years. Emirates signed a 5-year deal with Arsenal that goes into 2024. How much was the 5-year deal worth in total? Wow. This is such a bummer because this is not something I look at in the Premier League at all.
Yeah, I'm not
You
really.
might have a better idea. This is not something I'm Googling or that I'm double downing on. I'll check how much a manager is getting paid.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not checking how their partnerships work. All right, there's a lot of zeros on that.
I haven't actually wrote the zeros. I've wrote it in
Yeah,
the
5
figure.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I put $500 million. So $100 million a year.
Okay, I put 325 million.
All right. Moment of truth. This is our decider. You ready? We need like a drum roll.
I'm scared.
Oh no!
Yes,
Right.
yes, I
Oh.
saw it. Yeah.
Anyways, well, congratulations, Tom. You are the champion. You did it in clutch fashion.
I was
here.
gonna say
7th.
that was pretty clutch.
So where can everybody find you?
Are we talking social medias?
Yeah. Where can
mean-
everybody follow Tom? Where?
I mean, Mike, take your pick. We've got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. They're all just any social media. I'd say Instagram #Tom_, little underscore at the end.
Thank you so much again for coming on. We really appreciate it. And you guys know where to follow him at #Tom. I have a lot more content coming out for you guys ASAP. Peace.